Hi, and welcome back to Kwambu's Diary. If this is your first time, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe because some of the information that I share on my page could be really helpful to anybody. So in this video, I've been talking about day trading. And today I want to talk about making a plan because I feel like when we make plans and we work on it, and if you are a believer, you pray to God, then our plans can be fulfilled. So today we're going to talk about building a plan because from 3 to 6 months you can be very successful, but you have to plan yourself out. You're like, okay, how will I plan my time, my energy, and how will I focus on this skill? Because day trading can literally change your life. So I'm going to be talking from a Forex and futures perspective because that's something that I'm very familiar with. You can do this with options, you can do this with stocks, you can do this with crypto. It's just like what you're familiar with. Okay, so the first thing is you figure out what you want to do. You can trade Forex and futures at the same time, but you figure out, okay, this is what I want to do. That's where I would start. I would pick the industry and I would start. Let's say I want to give myself 3 months to be successful. Okay, this is what I would do. Okay, month 1 is learning. You learn the language. You learn the technical analysis, which is, you're learning what trend lines are, what patterns are, the charts. When you see a chart, this is what a chart would look like. I want to pull up a chart. Okay, this is what a chart would look like, right? Let's go to US 30. That's what, like I just looking at this, I can tell that on Friday it was buying. But that's because I have spent years, learning and practicing and implementing things. Just from my eye, I can tell what's going on. And I have to look at my other confluences. All these are languages that you don't know yet, but you can learn. It's like a new language. It's like doing something out of the box. I can look at the chart and I can learn and I can see, what is, going on. And then I can figure out, okay, I know what I'm going to do. So the first month is just about, plan. It's also planning. So the first month, I'm just learning the language. I'm learning the language. I would tell myself every day, I'm going to give myself 2 hours to learn something new. And another thing I would also urge is, as you are learning, get on the charts. So if you're learning about market structure, don't just learn the language. Open up a chart. And as I'm listening to market structure, I'm looking at it. In the beginning, just use the free version of TradingView. But as you get better, you can use the paid version to practice on TradingView because it helps you like build your confidence and it helps you see how far you are coming along in your day journey. Month 2. I've picked a strategy. You could literally be trading with just support and resistance. I would do that. And because I feel like the greatest traders tried different strategies and that's how they picked what worked for them and what didn't work for them. So what I would do is I would just do the basic support and resistance and see how good I am. And I would just do that month and I'll trade that, or whatever strategy you think you like as you have learned. I would learn that paper trade, which I mean is using fake money to trade to build your confidence. Then month 2, this is what I'm doing. I'm building my confidence. I'm building, how I'm building everything that I want in this journey. So I'm going to paper trade. I'm going to paper trade for the month. And what I would also do is, for me, like Forex and futures, I would pick like 4 pairs, 4 pairs to trade. The ones that are most popular: gold, silver, US 30, NAS 100. Those four, NAS 100 and US 30, I would trade New York session. Let's say I work a 9 to 5. I will wake up early. You can trade the London, New York crossover. So if I live in like California, so that's PST time, I would wake up at 4 a.m. and trade from 4 until I have to get ready to go to work. Maybe I would give myself 2 hours in the market. That's what I would do. And then I'll go to work. If I'm on my lunch break, I would take my lunch break when I know the market reopens around 3 p.m. That's when I want to be on the market. Like, I would be so dedicated to myself. My younger brother trades as well. So I was asking him how, London session is, because that's when he's usually awake. And he was like, he actually likes the London session. I would commit to staying awake midnight to trade because I am hungry for this thing. You need to show up every single day for this thing. So that's what I would do, is I would just practice. Then month 3, so like with the futures, there's a broker called Ninja Trader. You can start with $50 and you can be trading ES, which is SPX 500, which is the it's like an index, it's an indices as well, like US 30, but it's less volatile. That one is very popular and people are very successful. You can do that with $50. Tradeovate, you can start with $100 and you can trade Nasdaq, the NQ. And I would just do the same. I'll do the same thing if I was doing Forex. There is brokers like Genesis FX and other brokers where I can start with $50 to $100. Now I'm putting in my real money, but you have to put in money that you don't need. I don't need that $50, so I am not attached to it. Because when you're losing, you're like, oh, I lost $5. But if it's money you don't need and you're investing in the skill, then you do that. Then I'll see how I can grow that small account. Let's say at the end of the month, from $50, my account is sitting at $300. I would now take that money and buy a funded account, because with funded account, you have bigger capital. And I would give myself a number. I want to make $5,000 from this funded, so I can put 1,000 into my personal account and start trading. And that's what I would do. In month 3, I would use my money, but I would start small, $50 to $100 for practicing. Remember, we are not making money to be rich. We are making money to build the skill, to build my confidence. Because if I can make $50 and turn it into $150, $200, then I can take $500 and turn it into $1,500, $2,000, and I can keep growing. But it's the skill we're after. We're not after the money, we're after the skill. Funded accounts are not supposed to be like, because people get so attached to them. You're supposed to use other people's money to make more money. And that's what I would do. And that's what I would keep, showing up. One thing that I would tell you in this video is dedicate the time for yourself. It takes a lot of work, sacrifice, sleepless hours. But 6 months from now, you could be making $10,000 in a day, in 2 minutes, in 20 minutes, in an hour. And you could take the week off when you make that amount of money, but you have to show up every single day. And another thing that I would urge people to do is work on their psychology. So how you think and feel about money, and it will come up the more you trade. Like how you think and feel about money will come up the more you trade. So I would just be dedicated and I would just show up every single day, especially if I'm hungry for this. Trading is a skill that I don't have to go start a business, but for me, trading is my way out for everything. I'm an entrepreneur, so all the money that I use from trading, I pay for my lifestyle, and I also use that money to fund the business of my dreams. It's basically like my little bank. The money I make, I put it towards that. So that's what I am trying to teach you in this skill. So you have to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated and you have to be disciplined. This is advice that I wish somebody would have told me years ago, because I would have been profitable years ago. But it took me a long time to get out of my shell, and I was not okay mentally. So I don't think that I was in a place to trade because I didn't want to trade from a place of, fear or anxiety or all these things. And so you have to show up every single day, because nothing good in life comes for free. You have to literally show up every single day. I promise you, in 3 months, you can change your life. 3 to 6 months, you could be living in your dream apartment. You could be driving your dream car. You could be doing all the things you said you wanted to do, but you have to show up every single day. And I'm going to end the video here. And if you like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, even share with people that are trying to learn and you're like, oh, I want to learn with somebody. Share with people. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.